1, 2, 3.
It's a podcast from Steam Powered Giraffe. It's the Bennettarium. Oh, we're playing this song, not gonna be interrupted at all on the Bennettarium. Oh boy, no one's gonna walk in the door right now. Bennettarium. And we're starting right now. Right? Oh no!
Give me all your musical genius.
Okay, so our special guest has walked in, and if you are just listening to the audio version, you haven't seen who it is. You probably haven't heard them, but the folks watching the video version, and you can get that by becoming a Patreon or an engineer tier, but mostly but hopefully a Patreon. But you'll discover this rarely seen specimen from Steam Powered Giraffe. One of the you only get the view that Brian's giving you if you get the video. You got to become a patron for our Patreon if you want to get that content.
It's me, Roomba the robot.
All right, let's introduce ourselves for the second and final time. Well, actually, the podcast just started for the audio listeners at home.
Oh.
Gosh. Or in their cars, mostly.
So we do all have to intro.
So this is the real one. All that stuff beforehand. Can I reuse my joke from earlier?
Yeah,
I'm going to do
the audio people don't know.
I've already heard it.
Just make sure that all you at home on the stream laugh as well. So therefore, the people in their cars listening to the only audio only thing think it's a new joke. All right, you want to start? All right. Hi, my name's David Michael Bent, and I play the spine in the band Steam Powered Giraffe.
Hello, I'm Chelsea Penyak, and I am a Walter worker with Steam Powered Giraffe.
Hi, I'm David Penyak, and I am Rabbit in Steam Powered Giraffe.
Good evening, my name is Brian Barber, and I play Zero in Steam Powered Giraffe.
I'm just kidding. I'm Isabella
Did you do the
Bennett.
joke?
I did.
What was the joke?
Oh,
David Penyak.
so funny, guys.
So we have some exciting news to announce today.
What is it?
What is it? I don't
who
even
are
know.
you?
Believe it or not, but Brian
I'm
finally-
walking on air, and you're not. Wait, what? Sorry, what?
Brian finally owns a piece of green clothing.
Woo!
And he's wearing it right now.
You know what? A lot of people were like, black. Let's get some green in there. Let's get some little olive. But I'm very upset because it's got a tear in it already.
Aww.
Is that a new jacket?
My aunt bought this for me. She's
Wow.
very, very nice.
You must have got pinched
Why'd
a
you-
lot last St. Patrick's Day.
Why did she buy you a ripped jacket?
Well, she didn't know it was ripped, but I'm not going to tell her it was ripped. Ever. If you say anything,
It would
David,
break her heart.
I mean,
you'd kill my old auntie. She's not very old.
I
at
just
all. She's very
forced a
nice.
subscription of this podcast onto her phone, so
Auntie I love you, Auntie Mary. Thank you very much for the gifts. I called her last night. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's a little tip for your kids at home. All right, your younger generations. Someone gets you a gift, you give them a call. Thank them for it. All right. Be ungrateful. All right. Yeah.
what if you don't have any family and your only family isn't
Then you
very
don't worry.
extended?
Then you don't gotta worry about it.
Oh, okay.
But if someone goes out of the way and gets you a gift, give them a call. I feel
Okay, so we have a new segment today. It's called Spider Time, and it's where we talk about the spiders we've encountered.
Oh, okay.
I've encountered a spider. I think yesterday. It was just a little brown one. It wasn't like a threat, so I just let it be. Crawled on my wall. I don't care.
Okay.
We can share the house.
So I encountered a jumping spider the other day, and he was very hilarious. I don't know why, but he just he had a little bit of attitude at him, right? So he was sitting on the table, and I was like, "Yo, don't come near me. You stay over there, jumping spider." And he jumped on my finger, and he was like, and I was like, "Hey man, get off!" And he jumped off. And then I was like, "All right, you don't do it." He jumped on again, and I was like, "No!" But he just had such personality. He was just like.
I love jumping spiders.
I think he just wanted to be friends.
He did want to be friends with me. Did you ever see sorry, go ahead. Do you have a spider
What?
story?
Your spider story.
Oh, well, I'm always saving these little tiny daddy long legs from they're so dumb.
Yeah,
they're
I
so
know.
dumb and
You
adorable.
gotta keep it daddy.
I'm always saving them from they try and build webs in my bathroom sink. And I'm like, dude, this is not the place for you. So I'm always scooting them and putting them in a plant or
That's
something.
good.
They're too fragile to go
Yeah.
outside.
I was on the North American PvE Atlas server
Oh.
in the hit game Atlas from the creators of Ark.
Wow.
With their new studio, Grape Shot Games.
Hey,
And I was minding my own business, just walking around every single shore of every single island I've encountered and seeing that all territories have been claimed and there's nowhere to set up
a boat dock anywhere in the game, and I saw a boar chasing a giant spider.
That was as big.
And that's the last spider I saw.
Speaking of Ark, I just got a mortar and pestle for Christmas, so I'll be making some
gunpowder,
some gunpowder,
Spark
whatever you guys need
for Christmas in Ark.
No, in real life.
Oh, so you're ready?
Yeah, I'm so excited about it. I don't know why.
I'll take some gunpowder.
I got you.
Spark powder, so you can preserve your.
I can make you whatever you need.
Narcotics, so I can tame dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. Some
awesome.
yeah.
What were you
Some
gonna say? You had more to say about your spider incident.
Did I?
You were like, have you ever?
Oh, I saw a spider on this big screen twice.
Oh,
Many spiders.
Oh yeah, arachnophobia.
Yeah.
It was a good. You watched Arachnophobia recently?
Eight-legged freaks.
Eight-legged freaks. Oh, classic. But it's a CG, so you can't watch it.
Arachnophobia is
It's not even fun.
Isn't John Goodman like the exterminator?
Oh, he's the best part of it. He comes in and it's like bam, 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 and it's like John Goodman like I'm the exterminator.
Doesn't he
Like
die?
sideburns. I don't know. Spoiler alert. But the arachnophobia, like as a kid, terrified me. But as an adult, it's just so funny because like the spider's got like. He's got like little vengeance, and he'll like look at you and like, and then he'll run away, and like he's like sneaking up on people. He's like making little plans. He's very funny.
Eight-legged freaks is pretty good. Shelob in Lord of the Rings. That's another good spider.
Yeah, Shelob.
Pretty great. Oh, even the Hobbit, the spider scene is pretty great. There was Shelob.
Takes a while to recall those movies.
Yeah, they're just right out of my brain. Was
well.
it second movie, first movie?
I remember the video. I remember the Two Towers video game more than I do. Or no, I remember the Return of the King video game.
Yeah,
that had Shelob.
That was
in it,
the
right?
best.
Yep.
And you have the little Mithra on the ground. You're like, yo.
Because
no,
if you're
Mr.
the hobbits in that
Frodo.
level, you can like go. They have invisibility cloaks apparently, and they use them like every 10 minutes.
That game was so much fun. Why don't they do that?
That
I
was
mean,
a
they kind of
big
did.
game.
Sorry.
They kind of
Were
did.
you just play as Shelob?
Well, wait,
No, I want-
didn't. Spoilers! But the new Shadow of War.
Yes,
She's in there too.
Yeah. Which is like the Shadow of War stuff's cool, but I want like Lord of the Rings storyline, but with that like that style of play, but with
Those games are,
Aragorn.
I would say, very well
Gimli.
done fan fiction.
I just want to
like it's not bad.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
but
I
it's
agree.
total fan
No,
fiction.
yeah, totally.
But like, I want to see, like, I want to go through the, like
Yeah.
those old, like, what is it, PlayStation 2 games?
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
Those are fun.
I just wish I kind of wish they would make like a Shelob game. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if you could like swing through the air like a spider? If they just made like a game like that, I would be really happy.
Yeah, something
But
like, it would be cool because if you had like,
I'd watch
either,
a
like,
movie
tall trees,
about multiple people
Yeah.
swinging through the air like
if you had like
spiders.
tall trees or like tall buildings that they could swing from, then it would give them like kind of an access point to go from. That'd be pretty cool to see.
And it would be nice if Shelob we got to know their family a little bit.
Yeah.
And then maybe their aunt or something is in a hospital bed, and Shelob comes down upside down and French kisses her.
Oh,
The aunt?
I think that's what people are waiting.
I don't
for.
know if your incest fantasies are.
no, it's just aunt. It's not incest. It's just it's a little friendly French kiss to your aunt from your spider.
Well, I know what's getting cut out.
from
of
a
this.
spider.
Also, this is a callback to like a few podcast episodes ago.
About the upside down
and
spider
it was
kiss?
called Aunt May or something.
Didn't she,
Aunt May DLC.
Did she get a spider kiss from
What we talked about
from
it.
young? Yeah,
She got
yeah,
Frenched by Peter Parker. Is that what you're saying? Yes. Were you not there at the podcast?
I mean, I was.
talked about this.
but I don't remember.
I don't remember.
At least
I must have blacked
It's okay.
out.
It's okay, viewers who are like binging it and like, how could they forget this was just like one episode
So
ago?
I was like, was it Miles Morales? Ooh, Miles.
I don't remember the other jokes.
But yeah,
I
Into
remember
the
that.
Spider Verse saw it twice. Oh my god, it's so great.
I haven't seen it, so no spoilers. Even it being good is a spoiler.
Oh,
It is.
there's-
We're hyping it up so much, you're gonna be like,
Did you-
"Meh, it was all right.
Did
I
you
don't
know
know.
that there's multiple Spider-Mans in the movie?
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
I saw it from trailer.
Hey, did you know that there's a pink Spider-Man in the movie? Spoiler alert. Hey,
So how
did
bad
you-
on a scale from 1 to bad? How wait?
How bad? It was
On
bad.
a scale from bad to 10, wait.
Bad.
How good? How?
Okay, how good is, if you're from a scale from 10 to 12, how bad is good? Huh? What do you think?
I don't know.
So how bad is good on a scale from
The
10 to
frame
12?
rate. How disappointing? How disappointing is the frame rate?
The frame rate's fine. Why would you ask?
Oh, it's incredible. No,
Because
it's
it's like
very
less
disappointing.
than 30 frames per
It's
second.
incredibly disappointing.
What do you mean?
Because it's all like stop motiony.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no,
terrible.
no.
It's like frustrating to watch.
I can't even joke
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
because I believe so.
Oh, it is.
No, during the action scenes, they kick that. It goes smooth.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
it's only when it works. You can't
No, it's like
believe.
super frustrating.
Listen to me.
And like also like the dialogue in it is like I don't know, it just sounds like.
I don't know. I've never seen it because I'm just thinking.
So that's what I mean. That's what you got to look forward to. It's
Yeah.
like
Nothing's over. Just give me.
and like Nick Cage in it, and he's like, "Bees, oh, bees!
I got so many bees in my
So
mouth.
many bees!
I'm the Ghost Rider.
Wait, when does he say? He
I
has
mean,
bees
it's
in his
like-
mouth?
I'm gonna do a callback from my show. Fans will be like this.
None of your fans who would listen to
I gotta
Bennettarium.
eat. I gotta eat that Wicker Man. I need to carb up. I need to carb up the cage.
It sounds a little bit more like Owen Wilson.
Now I'm gonna do a throwback for my podcast. I don't have a podcast, so that's it. That was it.
Okay.
How
You can
about
insert it later?
No, that was it. I don't have a podcast. So that was my throwback.
we talk about
What we all came here to talk about today.
which is
Oh,
how bad
yeah.
Independence Day Resurgence was.
I didn't see that.
Oh
one
my
either.
good. Hey, but Brent Spiner. I mean Spiner.
We're talking about
Spiner.
Spider.
It's not like the first movie was that great.
Like
When you were a kid, it was
Dave,
okay.
Dave Spader, Brent Spiner, Brent Spiner.
I didn't see the movie.
Brent Spiner's back.
You're not missing
I
out
didn't.
on much.
So you're saying I don't have to go see it?
Don't see
I
it.
forgot Brent Spiner was in it. Wasn't
Don't
he?
see the first one.
Yeah. He's in the first one and the new one, but he's got a bigger part of the new one.
The rose-colored glasses. We were children when we saw the first one and was like, oh, that's pretty fun. But it's responsible for starting up like so many of
Transformers?
the terrible action movies.
Men in Black.
I mean, the first one's okay.
Men in Black's good.
I'm actually excited
first
for
one.
the Men in Black International.
I like that
Yeah.
it's a continuation.
I like it a
feels
lot.
cool. But the Men in Black
I'm
was
about
already
it.
international, so I
You
guess
know what?
they're focusing
I
on
was
the
just,
London.
I was just so sick of like Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3. Those were the worst movies. So I was like,
I think 3 was better than 2.
yeah, it was,
I
but
don't
that's not
remember
saying
3.
much. That's not saying much
No,
at all.
I guess you're right.
And like,
I don't think I saw
once
3.
again, like all these time travel movies have like opportunity to like wrap things up full circle, and they're like, nope. It's like we can tie this up in a neat bow. Like, just kidding, not gonna do that.
Because money.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's get down to the brass tacks.
Okay.
we came here for a specific reason.
Well, I've only got
It's
$25.
the title of this episode.
It is.
So and since we already know what the title of the episode is, we just
Polka
gotta.
dot.
The viewers are anticipating, the viewers at home, but also the listeners too. They're anticipating us talking about it.
Polka dot.
So let's just
Polka dot
dive
what?
right in.
You gotta say the full sentence. Polka dot.
Polka dots, Jello pudding. Polka dots in my cheese. Polka dots, Jello pudding. Polka dots.
Brian's new album, Polka Dots. And
Hey, you know
cheese.
they're getting rid of the polka category in the Grammys. Are you kidding me?
Is there not many people
Are
making?
you
polka
kidding me right
dots
now?
these days?
You're getting rid of the polka category in the Grammys. Is there even art anymore?
So is that your
Are people even making music anymore? Are they getting rid of the polka?
new album? It's gonna be mostly polka.
I was, but now what's the point if I can't get a Grammy? Why would I even make music?
I guess that's the main.
Only reason I would make.
Well, check
any
check
music.
David's cupboard. Maybe he's got some Grammys up there,
Do you have Grammys?
like
Hey, I gotta-
graham crackers. Get it?
So-
Grammys.
You know,
call
I
them
don't have
Grammys.
any food in my apartment ever.
I heard a story about someone. So this is wait. We talking about something? Are we about to get into something?
Yeah, we're going to the questions.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We're going to.
Go.
I thought we were
Oh.
talking about Brian's new polka dot album.
Now this is
Polka.
something new, but we are going to be taking. We have questions from Patreon.
Is this new?
This is new because they don't even know it, but some people figure it out. Starting in January, we're going to do it again. But if you're a $10
Cool.
a month plus Patreon, you get to submit questions that we'll pick from and answer on the Bennettarium thing. It's in the Discord. There's a Discord and
I'm already
a
bored.
channel. If you're Patreon, you get to talk, you get to ask questions. And let's go to the first question.
Explaining stuff is
What
hard.
happened to Nick Cage?
Who wants to read them?
I do.
Chelsea.
Not.
Oh.
All right, and we put to have them put the name they want to be referred to as them. So I guess I got to read that first. Okay. Revis, who's definitely short, asks if SPG ever had a video game, what style do you think it'd be in?
That's tough. Do we want to do a battle royale?
Do we want to be a swinging man from a building game?
No, give me be like a brawler, like a
Like
just
a
like
Super
a
Smash?
Yeah, yeah.
What about like an MMO
not
where
like
you
a-
just get to
just-
make your own spine?
I'm just thinking about like an
everyone's
open world
fine.
Oh, you mean
SPG
like,
game that's like just riddled with
No, like
collectibles
side-scrolling
and
beat 'em
stuff.
up.
Yeah, beat 'em up. Except like a open world.
or
beat 'em
like
up.
a overhead kind of Diablo clone. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
And something that would be more in our means, like a tic-tac-toe game
Yeah.
with our faces on
Hey.
paper.
I could make
On
that
magnetic
right
strips
now.
or
That-
something.
that game
I could get
that
it
I
on.
really
I could
like?
get it on PS4, Xbox. It would only cost us like $1,000.
Oh, we've got this. I got this
And-
game
Hey, like cook serve
called
delicious.
Peekaboo. It goes
No,
like this.
Something like
That's-
you can make something like that.
Sure, but even that's a little too much work. But tic-tac-toe, we could make that game.
Okay.
I could do it.
Should we?
I could easily do that.
So definitely
We
a,
could get
a
and you know what?
farming simulator.
You know, Games Factory just released their Switch integration, so we can also put it on Switch and,
Tic Tac Toe.
and iOS and Android. Charge $1 for it. Our faces as tic-tac-toe pieces.
I mean,
Actually, it doesn't really make sense because it's more. Anyways, that would be that's the kind of
it
game that
sells
we could
itself.
do. We could do,
Really.
Okay.
and then we could advertise it like at the end of all of our videos, like get the new Steam Power Draft game, and it's like a tic-tac-toe thing. But you know what?
Connect Four.
Our fans will buy it, right? Just to see our faces.
Hey,
as-
can we get like a worm game? Like it's just like us
No,
going
it's
around
way
in
too hard to
circles.
program. That's way
like
too
eating. Or like Pac-Man, but like you can choose an individual like.
What about a rogue-like game where you just
rogue-like
yeah,
or
where you're
light?
just spying and
I thought it was Rogue Light.
Wait, did you see the
Rogue Light. I thought it was Light.
Rogue was a game that kind of set the precedence for that. That's so they never came up with a term for it. They just call it roguelike.
I thought it was
Huh.
Rogue Light.
No,
Lite.
now you
Like
learned something.
it's almost like you're a rogue, but not quite as much. So
But
you're
it's
a
not.
light.
I don't understand it. It's not about being a rogue. It's just that the whole thing of like fight until you die and then do it again and again and again and again.
Oh, what about Dynasty Warriors? Like a Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, that would be
Steam Power Draft.
amazing.
That'd be awesome.
We can't
That'd be-
program
Yeah.
none of this. We can't do
What do
that.
you mean? All you gotta do is program a character that looks like us and then put it in Dynasty Warriors and then make up a backstory about how somehow they got sucked into Dynasty Warriors.
What about a board game? We could do a board game.
What about
Who would buy a board game though?
I don't know.
No. Is it?
I bought a board game.
Hipsters.
Crossfire?
You'll get caught in the
Crossfire!
Well, at any rate, before we get people saying you should really make a board game, because unless people are going to buy more board games than their albums, I don't think it's going to come. We're going to come up.
You know
profitable.
what would be a good idea though? I was thinking about this the other day. It's something that like I feel like a lot of people are like into right now. Board games.
Next question.
All right. Hope Who Has the Cheese asks, Brian, what was your inspiration for Lying Awake and Shattered Stars?
Ooh, interesting. I don't know. Lion Wake. I just like the chord progression for that. That was my.
Oh, so we're doing
biggest-
serious answers now?
That was my biggest. Yeah, I know, right? Lion Awake. I was sitting one day. I was like, "Wow,
I'm awake and I'm lying down.
No, but the lyrics I just used like Zero's backstory for that, and then
Man, I remember. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I remember our very first Frodo shoot with you before we had.
Frodo.
Oh, we're not gonna let that fly by.
No, we're not gonna-
Gosh.
We dressed you up in a little frock coat,
Oh,
little jeans,
can we do that now?
glued the hair onto your
I want to get like little big feet on.
Podcast title.
photo shoot. That's the podcast. Someone remember that. Write it down.
Photo shoot. It's not hard to remember.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say before the fans even knew that you were on board, I remember you playing Lying Awake on the piano at our
Yeah.
first.
Quickly,
Totally.
let's make up
Yeah.
a T-shirt and start
I'm
selling
sorry.
it. Photo shoot.
Sorry to derail everyone.
No, I like that. I like that a lot.
Anyways, now that we got that out of the way,
Shattered Stars,
Next
or were you
question.
talking
No.
about Lying Awake?
Lying Awake.
That's it. I mean,
Something about a photo
there's no inspiration between.
something about a photo shoot.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a love song that was like ambiguous
Yeah.
with Shadow Stars, like with no like, I don't know. Just want to make it ambiguous. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
I think more ambiguous songs reach a lot more people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I just feel like it's like such a cop out to be, oh hey girl, da, 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 da. You know, it's like I don't know. I just wanted to do something that was
I
ambiguous.
never saw that movie.
What, My Girl
No cop out.
with cop out?
Is that a new movie?
Sorry, Kevin Hart.
No.
Where he just shows up and cops out.
Let's keep we're on a roll with these questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Or answers.
Question
I guess.
number 1.
Rachel.
Please do.
Question number 5.
Rachel asks, "What are your thoughts on your recent YouTube concert you did for us? Really loved it, by the way. Hope there are more planned for the future."
I don't know.
I think we will do more in the future.
Yeah, I liked it.
We
It
just
was
got to
fun.
space it out so people don't come accustomed to the free concerts.
I think you said it best. We want more people to watch.
Sure, yeah, that would definitely to make let people. I know some people don't want to watch a live thing. It's not the same as a music video, but if we get more people to watch, then people will know about our band more.
Be more fun.
And more is
And
better.
And more would equal more
More
shows,
people,
more people
more better.
recognizing us and wanting us for shows.
more
and
more Grammys and
maybe
Yeah.
wanting to buy our
Grammys, I'm
album.
in.
So you know, it's a hard balance. You can't do too many a year because then people come to expect it, and then they're like, well, I'm not gonna go see their live show because I can just watch it on YouTube for free.
It's very true. But it was fun to do in some of the songs acoustically.
Oh yeah. So I like those.
That's my thought.
I like it better than the ones that we did the first last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Because it's a different. It's like you can go to a live show and see that show, and it's better because it's in person.
Yeah.
But you can only see this acoustic stuff.
That's
Being a
true.
Patreon patron, or when you go to the YouTube stuff,
yeah.
because Patreon
It's
patrons
nice.
get to see our monthly.
Go
live
and
stream
watch that. Go
rehearsals.
share it with your Gram.
I think that's our best one to show too, because it it showcases the talents of us pretty well, and you're not distracted by lights and stuff.
juggle and skateboard.
And
Dave does that backflip. That was awesome.
So talented.
one time I did it.
Well, it
I
was
could do
impressive.
once.
That's what I'm saying.
And now I'm 5 inches shorter.
Oh, never again.
I think we have a
What if you had that was like the thing you had one backflip to do, like you have it in your back pocket. Like it's like that's it. You can do one of them. You better make it impressive. You know?
Wait, do you die afterwards, or you just run out?
I don't know. You just can't do a backflip after
Charge
that.
it up. Or?
You can't do a backflip. It's like you've got one wish. You do one backflip. You got to choose the right moment, like a job interview. Like here I am, backflip.
And they're like, well, thank you, sir, but that's not going to help you get the job.
Oh no. My backflip.
So is it because some people can train and do backflips all the
Yeah,
time?
yeah, but I'm not gonna train.
So this is like you don't even have to train. It's just
Yeah,
you just say I'm doing a backflip and your body just does it,
You have the ability to do
Voluntary
one
backflip?
one backflip.
and it clears the
That's it.
screen, right,
And
of
it
all bad
clears-
guys.
Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. It like shatters like there's like ripples on the ground when he lands. Like
always like saving up for the like at least the 6 potions or whatever you need to get the clear the screen move.
Yeah, but if you only play on the easy difficulty, you don't even get to Death Adder. You just fight the first boss, and then it's like switch to normal difficulty to keep playing, and you're like, ugh.
I remember we did that when we were kids, and we're like, whoa, we have to do this all over.
And I replayed it more, and it's a little easier. I can get a little bit farther, but not very
It's
far.
a hard game.
It's called Golden Axe 1 for Sega Genesis.
Is that the one we played
Yeah.
in the UK?
No, that was Altered Beast.
Altered Bees.
Altered Bees.
they
That's
did
the
have Golden
podcast
Axe,
name.
though.
Altered Bees.
There it is. There it is. Altered Bees.
Oh no,
That's
it
our
was
next
Altered
podcast.
Beast.
Yeah.
That was fun. Oh, we also beat the Hook video game, the Hook arcade game.
Oh?
That was a little childhood triumph moment of mine.
Yeah,
I had
What'd you
never
win?
played it before.
Do you win anything?
No,
just
you
your
win
names.
satisfaction, bro. Like and legendary rights forever. Like who here has even played the Hook arcade game? Numero uno, numero dos. Who's beat it? Like 3 people right here. 2 of them sitting right here. Right?
I didn't play it.
What do you mean? Didn't
I was
you?
the one that beat it with you.
Well,
I
you
just
were?
played a little bit, and
Oh.
then you and Steve went back and like.
Oh whoa.
But also, it
Well,
wasn't in an arcade
yes.
cabinet. It was in an emulator.
So
I'm saying.
That's not.
you still played it and beat it.
That doesn't count anymore.
But we got another question coming hot off the presses. The question presses.
Oh, okay. Yes. From Rachel again.
Are you winking to the microphone?
Yeah.
This one's let me see. Feeling nostalgic recently about the show I went to back in September. Would you ever consider selling live show videos for people who went or to hardcore fans? Maybe like a single camera viewpoint from somewhere in the audience. No editing necessary. Sorry, this is a really long question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I mean, we have.
There was a disappointing lack of YouTube camera videos of my show, and I was thinking I'd pay extra for a full video.
So I'm thinking it's like they're asking if we can do it for every show.
Sure.
I see.
There's a simple answer to that, and it's just licensing for the venues.
Yeah.
Also, it would be really hard to figure out who went to the show and didn't go to the show.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's just
and we probably
licensing
want to
is-
sell them all. And also, so a few videos a year is, I think, good for us. If we keep coming out with
Yeah.
concert videos, it's so much. Well, it's going to be the same songs after a while because we're touring a lot with the same
but
set.
but like for the shows we do have, we got licensing, so we paid for that, and that's why.
and it doesn't matter the production value if it's one camera shot or not.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. It would be the same.
So
for a
but yeah,
theater
if
to license.
we'd love to do more of those if we can. So just
Wait, we should nip it in the butt because I've also gotten other these questions
it in
before.
the
Also,
butt?
nip it in the butt. I mean,
Yeah,
bud.
it'll just be
In the
special
butt.
special moments here and there.
And it's the same thing with audio. Like, it doesn't matter.
Nip it
Like,
in the butt
if you're
photo
recording
shoots.
and distributing it in any way, like, you gotta license it. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're not gonna go on the down low or something like.
nip it
"Ha."
nip it in the butt. That's the new that's this podcast title.
There's a lot of contestants.
But if we ever,
here.
so we have plans for obviously future concert videos, and we're gonna make them as unique as we can, so we're not like rehashing the same show a bunch of times.
Thanks for your question.
Yes.
Altered Beast, Frodo shoot, nip it in the butt.
Well, okay. Are you saying that there aren't people out there who don't think it's nip it in the butt?
No,
No, I
everybody
did it.
thinks
I did
that it's
it.
nip it in the butt. Everybody, like, I'm gonna say under.
Well, I know that it's nip it in the butt. I just said it wrong
Oh yeah, okay.
because I literally just said it this morning.
I just heard butt and I laughed.
It's
That's all. I created this
I
problem.
I think when I was little I didn't know, but like yeah, it's nip it in the butt.
like a rosebud.
Yeah.
Rosebud, yeah.
It's like the
so it can't grow basically.
the sled.
Yeah.
Well, this is our last question
Citizen.
for now.
Citizen Kane.
But we just
Citizen
started.
Sled.
Oh.
Remember Kane from the WWF?
No,
Yeah, he was like,
I don't watch. I didn't
Well,
watch it.
this is our last question from the Patreon.
Hope it's a good one.
patrons. Firefeather asks, would you all be able to throw in a few samples of the IEM mixes that each of you get as an example of how the shows sound to you
interesting.
versus the way it sounds to us, I think is there.
So IEMs are in-ear monitors. So when we're on stage, we all have like little earbuds in our ears to hear the show, hear ourselves. Way better than having monitors on stage because you don't get feedback, and also you can get a custom mix into yours. So we all have a different one, and I don't think because it's mixed live with Steve, recording that it would never sound the same. Like I don't think we would do that, but we can tell you what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. It's basically it's your voice and your other performers' voices is what we do, and then you just have the amount of instruments you need, whether it's the one you're playing or you just need some beats or something, a click track, anything like that. But it's not what the audience hears. It's just what we need to actually like hone the harmonies.
Which can be interesting. Or I found it frustrating, I guess, to begin with. It was like when I was hearing what was coming out, it was like two different things. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I have never
can't
used
marry them.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what you guys are hearing, but I've heard that for people who make this switch, it's
Yeah.
hard and frustrating
Yeah,
at
it
first.
is. Yeah, 'cause
I
you're
mean,
so-
Michael Jackson couldn't even get used to
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah, well you're so used to hearing yourself, and like that's how you're gonna adjust your vocal quality, and then going from microphone in front of me and like monitors in front of me to like a microphone in my face and like and then earbuds. I was like, I don't.
Especially with Steam Powered Giraffe.
I
it's a
don't
little-
understand.
If it was just a microphone in the face, you could still do this.
Yeah, because that aspect right there is a big part of singing too, like mic
Yeah.
placement. So it's like,
But for Steam Powered Giraffe, because we do the robot movements, microphones on a stand, it would severely limit our mobility.
yeah, 100%.
But you figure it out.
Yeah.
You trust in the sound guy to
took me
do
took
it,
me
yeah.
some time, but I got it.
But the other thing we have a tempo track, so that keeps us on with the drums and stuff, because we don't have live drummer. We use
One,
the
two,
backing drums,
three,
and
four.
then
Every once in a while,
there's a count in too. We have a count in, and that's pretty much the secret stuff that we hear in our ears.
1, 2.
So it's
3,
like
4.
the show, but it doesn't sound better than what the audience is
We
hearing.
also Steve can pipe in quietly into our ears to if one of us needs something like, hey, check your da 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 or something.
replace the battery on da-da-da-da. You can say secret messages in our IMs or something
Or
like
if
you
we-
have 10 minutes before we're over our time or whatever.
Oh,
Something
he's
like
like,
that.
you smell like cheese. Did you know that? Did you know you smell like cheese?
Or
the entire time?
what's even cooler is when he tells us a joke in our ears to say. Every once in a while,
yeah.
he'll be like,
he'll see
point
you
out,
in
da,
there.
da, 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 da. And I mean, I think the last time we did it, we pointed it out to the audience.
There was, I think there was out some Ren fair. He was like, somebody's got this thing. Say this about it or something like
Wait,
that.
was Steve the one that was like,
He did the Pikachu.
There's a Pikachu.
He
that
did the
just,
Pikachu,
a
yeah.
giant guy in a Pikachu.
Oh,
costume.
maybe. Oh,
During
for
the
the
Texas
for the
show.
Texas one. That's funny. Yeah, I think he did. And then I immediately brought him. Couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself.
So yeah, that's pretty much what the IMs are. And you know what? And it's stereo too, so we have it panned. But also, it's more, the clarity is better than what the audience hears, because obviously you don't get the reverb and stuff. But it sounds better in the audience because it's mixed to what it's supposed to be heard. Because some of the mixes for us will be like, if you're singing a harmony, you want to hear yourself a little bit more than everyone else. So
True.
that's not necessarily what the audience needs to hear, though. Anyways, there you go. Now it kind of wraps your brain around it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of our questions. Question zone over.
Great job.
You've now exited the question
I'm
zone.
proud of you guys.
So now we can finally get down to what we did this podcast for.
Good. Let's lay it on them.
We did
Me,
Spider Time, we did Question Zone, and next on the agenda is... Drumroll, please. And David has the answer, right?
And Chelsea's got the answer. Right.
And Buddy's got the answer.
Well, okay, this is... video game.
Hey,
Video-
Bunny,
video
have you
game
been playing zombies
door.
more? You playing zombies right now?
Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna buy Call of Duty because
On PC or P4?
P4.
Okay.
Do you have PC?
I have both.
Do you have it for both?
Yeah.
All right, I got PS4. I gotta buy it. So I can play zombies because someone else last night was like, "You gonna play zombies with me?" And I was like, "Well, I guess now the time
Zombies.
I can buy it for cheap."
Zombies is pretty
It's not
good.
cheap yet.
It's not cheap yet.
What? What do you mean? It's like $30.
No.
Not cheap enough.
I know. I normally
It's not
I'm a
$30.
Yeah, it is right now on
Really?
PS4 the store. It's like $30.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you sure it's
I
not
got
just
the
the
holiday
Battle
sale.
Royale
Holiday
version?
sale.
I'm positive of it. Holiday sale, holiday fast sale.
That sucks. Paid full price for it.
Oh yeah. See, I'm a $20 video game guy, but every once in a
Unless
while,
it's Red Dead.
yeah, I bought Red Dead and Spider-Man. Those are my two. I bought like
I got a discount
there.
Spider-Man.
And God of War.
yeah, I bought God of War because I got God of War for free because I had Ark or something like that. I traded Ark back and I got full price for Ark for some bizarre
Nice.
reason, and then I got God of War for free pretty much. So that was good. And then I traded God of War for Spider-Man, so I got Spider-Man for pretty cheap.
You. Anyone? else?
That's the end of the video game zone.
It ends on
Wait,
the-
no. Wait. Did you see yesterday on Reddit? Someone posted that it was like the video game. It was like this. It's like a monster basically. So there's people in the. So it's like a side scroller. There's people like little people in there, and you're like a monster, and like you
Yep,
absorb
yeah.
you absorb people.
You
You see that?
absorb it,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was whatever. What is it? It's
I
like
didn't see the name.
yeah. So it's a game coming out in the
Oh.
future, but it was like the beta test. It looked really cool though. It looked like it. You know, yeah.
The Thing or something.
The Thing. That's what I'm thinking of. Not it. Anyways, that looks pretty cool. Also, did you see the cool little VR finger point access gloves?
No.
No.
Are you talking about the new Vive one?
No. So they attach to your fingers, so you got like finger focal points, so you can like grasp and point and poke and stuff like that.
Oh,
but it's not like a
cool.
glove. It's like...
It is a glove, so it's like a piece right here, and then like it attaches to.
But you
each
still
one.
got skin that you can
that's
feel.
cool.
You do have skin. Yeah, there is. Skin.
No, you have to take your skin off.
Your skin, and like you can have attachments on the side, like the steering,
What's it for?
the steering wheel on your wrist, so that you can pop it right here and go steering wheel.
It's
for VR.
It's kind of like in Mass Effect, where all the keyboards in the world are holographic. So some people, instead of using the gloves, actually have these little devices put into their hands so they can feel the tactileness of the holographic keyboard.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Whoa, weird.
That's what happens when
But
you
what
read
system
when you
is
read
it
when you
for?
read all that text stuff
Yeah,
in Mass
yeah.
Effect.
What system is it
You start
for?
learning about.
I
PC
mean,
or-
I don't know. It's just for VR in
I
general.
think,
so
I
it's
think
like,
Mass Effect is a fictional game, and it's not actually real.
I don't know. So I don't.
Can
know.
I use it on the Vive?
I don't know.
Is your name Lieutenant Shepard or whatever his name is, Commander Shepard?
Lieutenant Jack Shepard?
Then no.
What is David playing right now?
I mean,
And do you know any cool new VR games?
No, I haven't played VR in a bit, but I tried Atlas and it's not
I tried Atlas.
balanced at all.
I built. I got as far as like I had a full costume, full everything. Got a raft, sailed, found a new island, and I died of lack of vitamin C.
Well, that's the trick that people are doing now is like, don't worry about eating. Just make a bed on your boat and just keep respawning. There's no reason that it's so unbalanced. It's just
I
so-
should have just made a bed. I lost everything.
I
It's
played
just-
Ark, and this one's a real. This is like hardcore Ark.
That's all I did in Ark was like have a boat and a
Yeah.
bed, just like
It
float down the
sucks.
river. Like,
There's no even reason to try to upkeep your
Kill
food.
me.
It's too much.
It's just
Solo
dumb.
player. But private servers eventually.
Yeah, if they have private servers where you
And
can
then
like change
then
some of
you
that,
can turn down that hunger.
make it more realistic where you only have to eat
I
3
just
times a
turn- I
day.
just turn up the weight, the maximum weight, so you can actually have stuff instead
Yeah.
of going back every 2 seconds for a piece of wood.
But no, there's not many. Since it's the end of the year, there's nothing that's really coming out.
I started
Oh,
playing the new
pretty much done.
Spider-Man game. I'm behind, I know, but it is really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it a lot. The storyline's really getting it.
The music's good.
The music's great
It's,
in it.
it's very
So satisfying.
yeah. It feels nice, and I like the story.
How's the Red Dead coming along? Everyone beat it
I
yet?
have not played it at all.
I beat it, and I'm going back and playing it bad style, and that's a lot of fun too.
I'm just so disappointed in the multiplayer right now. I just don't want to play right
I
now.
just
It's a
don't
beta.
even care.
There's nothing in it right now.
I just
Nothing.
don't even care about
I'm gonna wait.
multiplayer ever.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
I have zero interest in it.
But you'll play zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
very
a totally different game.
Very
I mean,
Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Zombies versus number one, zombies. You're not even fighting each other. Like
It's co-op.
you could talk about,
True.
you could be like, yeah, you're gonna play multiplayer Call of Duty. Like that's similar because you're like fighting other people, but like it's co-op. Zombies co-op. That's why I
Well,
like it.
to be
So-
fair, they are co-op missions in
Oh yeah, there are.
just
But-
like there's a co-op mode in Call of Duty, but
Yeah.
Most
but I'm not
people-
gonna do it. Yeah.
No, a lot of people
But
like
zo-
zombies.
but zombies is
very
very
popular.
yeah,
That's
if
the
I had
reason
to
I
pick
play
a
the game.
multiplayer,
It's so
it would
popular
be
they have to hide it in
zombies.
other games because they want people to buy those games.
Yeah. I mean,
There's one for World War II. There's
No,
one
there's
for
one
like
for
everything. And it's
every
like
single
I just
one.
want to play all the zombie games. I don't want to play all the rest of them.
Yeah.
And they just got rid of the single player and were like, nah, no one's playing this. Let's just do multiplayer.
no
one-
Did they really?
Yeah.
There's no single player in it.
There's no single player.
Ah.
But there every character that you can be in multiplayer has like little videos and stuff, and there is a story, but the way you unlock it is very much
Which
by
game?
playing through matches. This is
The-
Black Ops 4.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta have single player.
I don't
It's
know. I don't
but
even know
I
if I
never
support
liked the
that
single
now.
player.
I don't even
It-
care if I
Did
don't
Black
if I
Ops
don't like
have
it.
great
I
single
want
player?
a goddamn story mode.
It's so boring.
But
I want a
isn't-
story mode.
it's
so
also
boring.
kind of weird to buy a game that's like $60 and it's only multiplayer.
That's I mean that's
It's-
cheap. That's cheap, man.
Is
That's
it?
like I
Okay.
feel like I don't like that at all. I don't like that.
well, especially when you had it. If it was just
What if you're a kid who doesn't have like internet or something like that? You
Yeah,
can't play.
it's-
You just
They-
can't play that game.
So that
Like,
normally
get out of here. That's
if you
bullshit.
just want Black
That's
Ops
so
and
stupid.
multiplayer, you get it for like $35 or something. But they don't give you zombies.
Ugh.
so you have to pay full price to get those two modes.
yeah.
But the reason is they've set a precedent.
It's not that they're not-
Oh, you get single player, and all the multiplayer modes for the same price. But now that says they're basically giving you less.
Well, that said, no, it's not less because they do have a lot more to offer. More, especially zombies, it's like totally like beefed up. But yeah, it is a really
Is
expensive
it?
price.
I mean, I played pretty much all the zombies, at least a few hours.
I mean,
each.
there's
Well,
at least like 6 maps that you can do.
That's nice.
I
Well, I mean, the other ones have always been.
And there's,
like one that's like that
There's
branches out.
eight characters, 8 weapons, like all 8 special weapons. All these, it's pretty decent. But yeah, it is a little pricey, and also just like
It's just fun. It's like a fun puzzle to figure out, because there's like little things in there. I don't know. It's just fun to play. You figure it out.
just make
You spend a lot
Call of Duty
hours
zombies and make it like the
killing
ultimate zombies
yeah.
experiment.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Shotty shotgun.
What
shoot 'em, boy.
what are upcoming fave games? What are we all excited to play?
Anthem
Fortune?
Anthem looks
Anthem,
pretty
I'm looking
decent.
excited
Yeah,
for it.
That'll be
man.
good to play for a night.
Because
I mean,
I mean, I like BioWare, but Mass
I don't
Effect
like
Andromeda.
them. I mean, yeah. I don't really like BioWare that much.
Wait, it's BioWare, not? I thought it was Bungie. Whoops.
No, it's BioWare, right?
What's Bungie doing?
Destiny 2, but and you know what? They can't even give that game away for free.
I played a little bit of it. I'm like, this is pretty good, decent.
I mean,
not great, but
it's
okay. It's just more of the same.
But I think they didn't convince their fan base who liked Destiny 1, and there was nothing to convince new people. So which was me. I was like, I'll give it a try, and then I was like,
it's just more of the same.
Yeah, more of the
It
same.
has some improvements, but it's not. It's stuff that should have been patched in the first game.
well, I mean, I like some of the stuff works in multiplayer now. I hear.
I hear some of the expansions are pretty decent. I don't know, but like no one's playing, and that's like the biggest thing. It's like, well, why do I want to play this? I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
play it all
that's-
alone.
that's-
Like,
Because I mean, I played Destiny 1 for a bit, even though it wasn't my thing, but because I
like
had other
Destiny
people to play
1.
with.
Yeah, it was fun. I really liked Destiny 1, but
I just didn't like playing the same 4 maps over and over again because that's all you do in that. You're
Yeah.
like, here's the go kill the boss again, go kill this boss again, kill this boss again, and it was just like, I'd rather have a game that, I mean, I like reoccurring games, like something like Ark can take you 300 hours if
Oh,
you're.
yeah.
Yeah, if you put the
Because you're
design
making
in
your
it.
own game
Yeah.
by like, I want to build this castle, so I'm going
Yeah,
to do
it's
that, and I
cool.
want to get all these dinosaurs. But so there's no, the game kind of
takes care of itself.
You make your own
It's a
fun.
sandbox. It's a
Yeah.
sandbox, you know.
But
Which is-
but I feel like other games, I'd rather it be an endpoint. Like an MMO even has an endpoint after like 100 hours.
yeah,
or so.
true.
Sometimes
I'm excited for Last of Us 2. Like,
Yeah.
I like the first one. I liked it a lot. And I'm very interested in the storyline
Yeah.
more than anything else. Like, I want to see where that story goes.
I'm done with zombies,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Am I-
and completely.
but I did play Last of Us twice, so I
I love that
so,
game. It was so
even
much
though
fun.
I'm like, I don't really like zombies.
I
but-
like Naughty Dog. It's all
but
real
they're, like,
simple, but it's
Cool
like
zombie.
it's they do a good job with the storylines, and
They got
I
like,
wish.
they got like fungus all over them, right?
Yeah. See, no, it's like the actual like
cordyceps.
Well, yeah. But
So creepy.
the ants get and then like
Yep.
grows out their brain. So it's like a cool concept of like a
Sure.
zombie,
Yeah.
like it's from a natural aspect, which I liked. I mean, whatever, man. It's I like it because you could beat up a zombie with a stick. Like that's what I'm about.
It's more
Yeah.
it's more a human story than it is a zombie story.
Yeah,
too.
totally.
There's only like 5 times you fight a zombie.
I'm
Pretty
kind of
much.
looking forward to the new Doom, but I don't just because I heard good things about the last one from 2016.
It's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's fast paced and. But I mean,
What else is coming out?
I'm not super
I don't
invested in
know.
the story.
2018
Star
was really
Citizen
the big
coming out
one.
yet?
Yeah,
No.
it was a lot
Red
of good
Dead,
ones.
The
Spider-Man.
Outer Worlds or whatever
Spider-Man,
it's called.
God of
God of
War.
War, yeah.
So
Outer
much
Worlds, that
came out.
sounds pretty
I'm
good.
still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Really like
Yeah,
that
I
game.
bought
too.
that. I bought that. So that's on my back burner right
Well,
now.
Boy,
I
there's a
love
lot.
it.
There's a lot in
I'm
Assassin's Creed
slowly
Odyssey.
getting through the story, but the map is just so massive. I
Yeah.
get sidetracked.
That's what I felt like with the last one too. I was
But it's like
good
really,
Lord.
I mean, it's a little repetitive, but it's really satisfying gameplay. Like I
Yeah.
like getting all the collectibles and conquering.
I
forts
loved the Origins. Is that what it was?
the
Oh, the
Egypt.
I loved it
one.
because of the history of it.
Yeah.
Like that was the best part about it. Like I was like, it like really got me back interested in ancient Egypt and stuff like that. So I'm excited.
Unlike
So,
Red Dead, where it's like an open world and they put a story in it,
yeah.
the Assassin's Creed games kind of the story's secondary
Oh
almost.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And so,
100%.
and you can see that in the gameplay loops. Where in Red Dead, they're like, we don't care if you don't visit this place. Like,
Yeah.
we know how long our game is with just watching cutscenes.
Uh-huh,
So,
yeah.
and I like that approach because it makes me. I mean, I like Assassin's Creed for how the gameplay loop is fun.
Yeah.
Whereas Red Dead, the like, gameplay loop is just. It's kind of like a means to an end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the combat is satisfying and stuff like that, but like you're more invested in the character.
Yeah,
Totally.
they're
Totally.
like totally opposite games, Red Dead and Odyssey. But I've been having a lot of fun playing both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
The tail end of this year.
I'm not as invested in the Odyssey characters. Or
No.
in fact, any of the Assassin's
Oh, it's
Creeds.
gorgeous though. I just love running around and visiting all the Greek
It does
islands.
look pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I wish there was magic in it, but
There is
yeah?
though.
There is.
There- like now
there's no
there's-
monsters and
No,
stuff.
but
though.
there are.
But like,
Really?
yeah.
Without spoiling anything.
They've made a turn from like going historical to being like fantastical.
Oh, totally.
I
Like,
don't think it's too much of a
Yeah.
spoiler, but like even in the previews, like you have the Spear of Leonidas, and there's something magical about it.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
And
so
then-
there's Gorgons and Cyclopses. And,
No.
See?
There's not.
no monsters.
It's not like that.
You-
Well, I
wait,
don't know.
you
I don't
haven't
know.
played it. Yes,
I don't
there's
know.
all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things.
Oh, is there really?
There's
Okay, I
all
don't know.
those
But
things.
they were probably all made. Oh, the Gorgon like has pet
There
snakes
is
and like maybe like
okay.
shoots
All right, I don't know.
shoots blow darts that make you paralyzed or something stupid like
they
that.
ease into it. Like I'm level 37 and I haven't hit any of the mythical
No,
stuff
yeah,
yet
yeah.
because I'm taking so much time
Yeah,
running
yeah,
around
yeah.
and stuff. But
Well,
like,
if there's spoilers,
there's-
you just fast forward a little bit because but the gameplay
There's
loop
definitely a
is like
Cyclops.
it
And-
you're
Oh, cool.
you there's something magical about you
Yeah.
and then you start there that
There's-
stuff
That's pretty
is
sweet.
there's creatures you have to fight.
Okay.
yeah no but
I
they
was
don't they
like-
don't make it like super like that's the story
It's not
but,
in your face,
but when
but
you
they're
finally
there.
see it you're like oh boy
Cool.
Yeah.
but at the same time like I'm still what am I 60 hours in and I just got to that part
Yeah.
because there's a lot of like you can get sidetracked a lot
you.
My God.
I mean, an open world game. I'm level 37. My friend is like 10 levels below me, and she hit the mythical stuff before I did. Like,
yeah so you can do
so
it in a
you can
different
do it
order.
in like so many different orders.
I get like, does anyone else just feel like intimidated when you see how big a game? Like I'm still on the starter island or whatever it is. Like and I'm like clearing that out, but it's just like
Well, Assassin's Creed, you kind of
See-
just follow the story until you have to level up,
It
and then when you
is
have to level up, go do
intimidating.
some side quests. And it's the same that kind of loop with
I-
an MMO, I guess.
It's
Kinda like-
intimidating and overwhelming,
Yeah.
but I have like I have kind of like a compulsive personality to finish things. I'm not gonna say OCD.
I'm always like, do I want to sit down and like do?
I know
get
people,
invested in this,
yeah,
or do I
people
wanna do-
overuse the term OCD, but I definitely have a completionist compulsion to my
Yeah.
personality, and I love open world games like
Yeah.
Odyssey and even No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is the only game that I've ever been like overwhelmed by because you physically can't finish everything. But I love games like that because like I'm so meticulous.
But
in, like,
also,
finishing
even like
things.
in Origins, like I did, I got to get all the star map thingamajigs. But I don't clear all the camps and stuff because it's just,
There's too many.
and also the rewards aren't worth it. Like at least in Odyssey, there's the whole gear system.
Yeah.
Because you get like different parts. They didn't have that in
I'm
Origins.
still leveling up
yeah.
really fast.
I mean, I got the best weapons, and then once you get the best
Yeah.
weapons, you're like, well, I guess I'm done. They keep giving you like,
Yeah.
and then like in the mission, you're like, oh, they're like, here you go, here's this staff. I'm like, I don't want this stupid staff. It's out of here, man.
Yeah, they just released
Got the scythe of death over here.
a transmorgification system kind of in Odyssey. So now,
Oh, great.
if you anytime you find a new weapon or something,
It
even if you
levels up to
delete it,
you?
no, it saves it into your cosmetic kind of thing, so
I
you
got-
can change the look of your armor to something that you liked before,
Oh, cool.
Oh,
which
that's
is pretty
neat.
cool. I mean, you have to do it individually, but so it's kind of like Diablo and stuff where
I like that,
you
though.
get
I like
you
that.
you're collecting looks.
I got a bag of Totino's that has like some sort of free collectible if you put in a code. I haven't done it
So
yet.
Totino's.
On Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed?
well,
What?
Odyssey.
What do you get? A helmet?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. I'm saving the bag though, so I ate all the Totino's, but I have the bag though.
What's up with those Totino's?
I don't know what it is, but I went to the
Getting
supermarket
kinda-
like for the holidays and like they have all these Overwatch Cheez-Its and stuff, and I bought a box and I got a free loot box. I'm like, I don't know, like gaming culture is like so ingrained now. They have Lucy O's now
what?
in collaboration with Post. Like you can just buy them on the shelf.
Like Overwatch?
Yeah, Overwatch Lucio. It was the only character that that
Cool.
they could do the name with. Lucy O's. You know who Lucy O's, right?
I'm assuming it's
He's like a sound healer.
He's like this
Rollerblader.
rollerblade guy.
Yeah.
I played the game like for 3 days or something, and then I was like, well, I played all the maps and I'm done.
Oh yeah, I feel like Fallout 76 kind of disappeared very quickly.
Well, everyone's just kind of waiting to see, like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's like
what's
you know
gonna
that there's not
happen?
going to be an update till like mid-January.
Yeah.
So
That's the same with Red Dead.
Red
I'm like, okay, you got more Grand Theft Auto
I
updates.
know
Where are
that
the Red Dead updates?
it's gonna be there for a long time.
Good. Well, that's
Just
gonna
waiting
be
for it.
well, in their minds, they're like, it's a beta. We don't have
Yeah.
to release anything. But as me, I'm like, what? There's
Wait,
nothing to do with it.
what's a beta? The
Red Dead Online.
Is it still considered a beta at this
Yeah,
point?
it
Okay.
says a beta when you
Yeah,
go
I mean,
online.
like, I'm not too worried about that because, like, I know it'll always be there in the future.
I mean, they're gonna
It's
be farming
pick
that.
up
They're gonna be
soon.
farming that forever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for 12 years until Grand Theft
So
Auto.
Anthem
the
comes
next
out in
one
January,
comes out.
right?
Yeah,
What?
it
fly
comes out in
in.
freaking April or March, right?
No.
And so does I'm waiting for Division 2. I'm probably the only one, but I really enjoyed just the group play with.
I mean, yeah, any
Division.
multiplayer game, those are fun. But the setting is
I
like
want to
too
fly
modern.
though.
Yeah.
I want to fly. You know what was really fun? There's like a PS2 and it's PS2 Superman and Iron Man game, which are exactly the same game, but like with different skins. But it's just like flying. It was so much fun. You know,
I remember that.
You're flying in the game. It was a lot of fun. I want more flying.
If you like flying, there's a cheap one.
Same one?
Gravity Rush and Gravity Rush 2.
Oh
You
yeah, I've got Gravity Rush. Yeah.
have a second one?
No, I don't know the second one, but I have the first one.
It's pretty satisfying
Yeah.
because it's kind of like flying, but
I
it's
was just,
weird mechanic of falling.
Yeah.
or
Saints Row 4, you could fly.
yeah, it's kind of like overpowered.
I always just
Yeah.
wanted a game where you fly around as a dragon.
Oh.
Why doesn't it exist?
well,
There was one. Okay,
well,
I had one called
Mordor.
Dragon Rage.
Mordor.
I had this game called
Yeah.
Dragon Rage on PS2 that like no one remembers, and it was kind of like that. But it was one of those games that like I could never get past
Gosh.
the first level.
Yeah.
There was this old game where you're a woman and you ride this dragon friend. I can't remember what it was called, but it was
It's
pretty
like
popular.
Drakengard or no, Drakengard's a different game.
It was cool though, yeah, and you could upgrade his breath ability and
Cool.
There was a multiplayer mode and you
It's
played it
pretty
for an
satisfying.
hour and then it was like. But when you're a kid, things are
it was a
easier.
good game. It was a good game, and it even had a sequel.
I feel like there's a lot of potential for a Dragon Flight game now with
There was one on
better
PS3
graphics.
that I can't remember what it was called, but it was like Rain.
Wasn't it
Rain
one of the
and-
older, one of the last Spyro games, like one where you could fly?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I didn't play
remember.
Spyro past 3. I
I only
was
played the
playing
first one and then
Um,
Skylanders.
There was that one. You use like a really pretty big bird in it. It's like a ostrich joust. Is it joust? Is
Oh,
that-
Joust.
Wait, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Same type of feeling when you're flying around.
Yeah, it's like
when you had to press the button to flap up.
Joust is so much fun. Joust tournament, anyone?
It's like Flappy Bird, but
Shall we? Bird.
I remember it. I remember Joust.
Well, the I think the main game I'm looking forward to this year so far is the Crash Team Racing remake in June.
In some summer. Crash Team
Yeah,
Racing.
interesting. That'll be.
You know Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
his
I know.
go-kart game?
Yeah.
That did it
Played
kind
that
of better than
forever.
than Mario Kart when it was out.
I mean,
Did it?
I probably have thousands of hours in that game with Camille.
Did.
Well, it was the only Mario Kart we could get because we had a PlayStation, not an N64.
I feel like some of the mechanics from Crash was put into the other Mario Karts after Crash came out.
Maybe.
From what I remember.
Can't wait
anyways.
for that.
What about was it called Rage 2, I think? It's like a post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe.
What caught my eye was that you get to choose the main character's gender, which is usually how I decide to play a game because I just don't-
Oh, CD Projekt Red's new game, of course, but that's not coming out for a while.
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, is that coming out next? That's come out the
Yeah, probably not.
20.
When it's done, that's what they always say. When it's done.
Hey
like,
David, have you
okay.
played Darksiders 3 yet?
No, because I
Okay.
hear that it's broken or something.
It's very expensive for just a single player game. It feels like, oh, there's no multiplayer, there's no nothing. It's just nope.
But just like,
this
oh,
game.
the swinging doesn't feel good or something. I don't know.
I've been
just look at
playing the
reviews and
number
I'm like,
2
eh.
because I played the first one a long time ago, and now I had this in my collection for the longest time. I'm like, it's pretty good, you know.
I guess the
good,
art kind of turns me
satisfying.
off. It's a little too cartoony for me.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I do own Darksiders 2 on like Steam and all.
I like it's pretty satisfying. I like his combat, but number 3, you get to be a girl.
A girl, a lady.
Well, we're coming to the close of the podcast.
My foot fell
About
asleep.
an
Anything else
hour.
you guys wanted to talk about?
Is Anthem gonna be good? Are they saying it's gonna be good? Because it looks like it's
I don't
probably
know.
gonna be kind of eh.
Here's the thing: is you can fly in it, so
It'll be good for an hour.
it'll be
What about Monster Hunter World? People are saying that was
Yeah.
probably one of the most satisfying games of
Yeah, I mean, I
2018.
put 60 hours into
It was fun.
or not, and twice because I bought it on PC and then I went through it again. I still haven't even done all the Elder Dragons, and they're coming out with an expansion for it, so that's pretty cool.
Where should I have it on PS4? Should I really get it on PC? Like, that's...
I mean, it's fun when you play with other people. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Like there are stuff you have to do by yourself, but once you get past that, that's the rest of the game is going in. It's not too grindy when you have people, but yeah, it's about like playing together.
Because when I played months after everyone else played, so it kind
Yeah.
of sucks. But like, it was still fun. Like,
Monster
Yeah.
Hunter World is fun, but for me, the ability to play a game by myself is a big pull
I
factor.
agree.
And because like I like playing multiplayer games. I've played a lot with David, but for me, the main draw of a game is like to
Sure.
get home, unwind, get lost in a world by myself. And Monster Hunter, I got really into for a while, but it would frustrate me because I would try and sit down and play it alone, and you like can't beat
And
some of
you
those things
always
alone.
know that, man, this would be so much easier for
Yeah,
a set of friends.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the same with Dauntless. It's finally in like a playable state, and it's the same kind of gameplay. It's
What
like...
what weapon do you guys use?
I'm on
Oh,
the bow gun. I use the heavy and
I
light
like
bow.
the
I'm the bow.
I like the
I'm an
morphing
archer.
sword. That's from what last
Oh.
time I played. I really liked it. It was
Okay.
like an elemental
Oh,
sword
yeah,
that you
yeah,
could like
yeah.
change into an axe.
Okay.
That'd be so fun if we all just like got together to bring down a monster.
Yeah. I got the hammer.
If only
The
we were
hammer.
friends.
I like the big.
I think
the
we all
big
have it on different
bow gun
platforms,
because
though.
its special ability is a big Gatling mode, and
Oh,
That is really cool.
My favorite thing about the bow is doing that special like firecracker move. You like strike the ground with your arrow and like shoot it up to the sky. It's like fireworks.
I have never played a Monster Hunter game. Not that the other ones are very accessible for anyone, but
Yeah.
I've never played it without doing the ranged stuff. I've never done like melee.
I like that. It's
I
really
can't- I
satisfying.
have to do melee. I have to.
It has like some of the best animations of just and the kinetic feel of when you finally land that like nice blow.
Yeah.
Like
I
really.
mean, I still get to
Yeah.
jump on monsters and like shoot them in the head. There's that one
True,
when
true,
you're like
true.
riding them or whatever.
But like sometimes I'll be swinging that hammer, and then like the monster gets there right at the right moment. It's like crack him in the face. That's real. That's real
I wanna
sweet.
play
Well,
I had
the-
to warm up to the
Well,
game.
there'll be a
That's-
there'll be a DLCs. It's all takes place in snow or something. So,
expansion.
Oh.
yeah, and they've given a lot of free
Are they,
stuff.
are
already.
they adding housing?
No.
Well, they kind of have housing. You can like have
Yeah.
you can put a pet
You
on
can
your bed.
yeah,
or
when you
something.
get the third level house, which is the highest if you beat the
Yeah.
story, then you can start putting like 10 fish in your pond and
Oh, that's great. I'm gonna get so much fish.
when you
Tend to my
when you
fish.
capture the animals in the wild.
Well, thanks for joining us for this podcast where we just kind of ramble on around random stuff.
Well, you know,
Ramble
some
on,
people were missing
Well,
us
were
just
there
talking.
any-
They were like, "I like the jokes, but I'd
Oh.
rather hear them talk." And,
Yes,
you know,
real-
but you know what? The numbers the numbers say that people like jokes.
Well, hey, we did a little bit of both.
I was gonna say real quick, is there any SPG stuff you want to throw out there since the last podcast? Because
Wait,
we did announce a show.
This podcast is about Steam Powered Giraffe.
I'm like,
Is it?
I'm like,
I thought
wait.
it was just about.
I'm like, hang on,
I thought it was
hang
just
on.
from the creators.
So we did our Bakersfield show.
Yes.
If it was
'Cause
Steam Powered Giraffe, we could call it Stream Powered Giraffe. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Not really, but
You stream-
obviously, I
Yes,
think it's
next show. What's the
I think
next
it's
show?
the obvious one that people would be like.
I think we should talk about our next show.
Our next show is January
January
26th,
Six.
Saturday.
Saturday.
The Void Engine. Oh, the Void Engine would have been a cooler name. The Echo Engine.
The Echo Engine.
The Echo Engine sounds more
The Echo
family.
Engine.
It's
Fan
in
friendly.
Escondido, California.
In
It's
Escondido,
in the
California.
San Diego area.
2019.
2019.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Come and watch. Come
There
and
are
watch.
VIP tickets, but they're all sold out.
They're all
So
sold out.
They are all sold out.
VIP's been sold out for a few weeks.
Thanks, guys, for.
But there are I wouldn't say plenty, but there's still tickets for general
A
seating.
decent amount of seats.
But you get to pick
left.
your own seats, so it's not like you have to get like all the way up to the side or something if you hurry.
Steam Podcast Giraffe. That's not right. Steamcast Giraffe.
Steam powered podcast.
A whole podcast where we just talk about
That
Steam Powered
Bakersfield
Giraffe.
show is pretty fun. I skinned my knee.
Oh yeah.
You want to
How's
go?
it doing now?
It's good. It's almost healed. It's taken in a whole month.
I guess knees don't heal too fast.
Head and shoulders,
yeah.
knees and toes.
Feel free to support a Patreon and help pay for Chelsea's rehabilitation.
You don't realize how much you bend your knee until it's hurt,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I want to die.
Okay.
Please help us give Chelsea the sweet relief of death. Pay for euthanasia.
It's a podcast from Steam Powered Giraffe. It's the Bennettarium. Oh, we talked a lot about video games, mostly video games, and Frodo shoot on the Bennettarium. Oh boy, Bennettarium, and in January. That was see you in January.
See you in the future.
Have a new year.
Hoverboards. I'll see you. Flying cars. Happy
New Year,
future.
everyone.
Okay, now I gotta go turn off the.
Thanks. Like, subscribe. You wanna check out.